On Friday, Republican firebrand Lauren Boebert called Democrats insane over their support for the Inflation Reduction Act. In fiery remarks, the Colorado Republican blamed the other side of the aisle for inflation, citing past spending bills as responsible for decades-high rises in prices. Boebert even refused to give up her time on the floor, leading to a dramatic moment. Republicans have greatly opposed the Inflation Reduction Act, which passed the Senate with zero GOP support.
Fired as yields back his time. Gentleman from Kentucky reserves. Gentleman from Missouri is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield 1 minute to the gentle lady from Colorado.
Gentlewoman from Colorado is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different result. That makes the supporters of this legislation, by definition, insane. Reckless spending in this town is what causes inflation. And we cannot continue to increase taxes on the American people and put a target on American energy production while spending a historic $370 billion on Green New Deal initiatives and expect to lower inflation and improve our economy. Remember that so-called bipartisan infrastructure bill? Yeah, we spent $200 billion on Green New Deal initiatives. I guess that was just a down payment on this never-ending theft of American tax dollars. We are sacrificing, you are sacrificing American families at the altar of climate change. Mr. Speaker, isn't it so? Joe Biden himself said inflation rate is at 0%. So what the heck are we doing here? Why are we passing this so-called Inflation Reduction Act if it's at 0%? Well, in fact, it's the Inflation Enhancement Act.
Gentlewoman's time has expired.
And it does the exact opposite of what Americans need right now. This is just another con game by the Democrats, calling something one thing and saying another.
Expired.
This is making the IRS, which
Gentlewoman's
armed
time has
agents
expired.
larger than the Pentagon, the State Department,
Gentlewoman is
the
no
FBI.
longer recognized. The gentleman from Missouri reserves the belt.
Mr. Speaker.
Robbery on Americans.
How much time do you need?
The gentlewoman is no longer recognized.
How much time do you need?
Her time has expired. The gentleman from Missouri reserves.
I will yield an additional 30 seconds to the gentle lady from Colorado to finish her comments.
Gentlewoman is recognized for an additional 30 seconds.
This bill hires 87,000 new IRS agents, and they are armed, and the job description tells them that they need to be required to carry a firearm and expect to use deadly force if necessary. Excessive taxation is theft, and the chairman said that we are using the power of the federal government in this bill. You're darn right you're using the power of the federal government for armed robbery on the taxpayers. I can only see why that this was rushed through committee and put on the floor.
Gentlewoman's time has expired.
Gentlewoman's
time has expired. She is no longer recognized. The gentleman from Missouri reserves. The gentleman from Kentucky is recognized.